Sorry, what? Oh my fucking god. I fucking beat it. I fucking beat it. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god, I was fucking shaking when I got to the last cube. Okay. 1206 plus 6891, 8,097 attempts. Okay, I'm not gonna give my opinions on this level right now. I'm gonna record a separate segment for this, because this video is edited, but oh my fucking god, just the fails on this were brutal. N98 was brutal. I can't. I'll talk about this level later when I've calmed down. Alright, it's been, I think it's been well over a week since I beat this. I've been late to recording this outro and my thoughts on the level. So I'm finally getting to it. So Endless Dream. I've been interested in doing this ever since I saw a couple people that I know in the GP server beat it, or play it, and I wanted to do this in January, as a second hardest after beating Ethereal Artifice, and I did. I mean, not January, December, sorry. So I finally did that. This level is really, really good. I had a pretty bad experience with it, but overall, this is probably my third favorite extreme. It's not better than BOJ or Prismatic Haze, but it's up there. It's really good. A few small tweaks to this level, which I will get to later on my issues with it, would make this like a 10 out of 10. Like, it's so good. I guess going over everything, to talk about all the parts in the level, the pre-drop as a whole is probably the worst part of the level. Actually, it's not probably, it's definitely the worst part of the level. It's not terrible by any means. The pre-drop is fine, but it has some issues. It's just not as fun as the rest of the level. The 9% memory part has some invisible orbs and spikes. I'm not a big fan of that. They got really annoying. The 11% ball is really hard. It's easily the hardest part of the pre-drop. And the coin makes it even harder. It's a really inconsistent, kind of annoying part, but it's manageable. And then, those are really the only two parts of the pre-drop that I don't like. And also, just a quick side note, I'm not 100% sure how I did this, but I only died to like the second coin at 23 like 4 times. It's a lot easier than it looks. So honestly, I'd recommend going for it. Unless you really struggle for it, then don't. Because the pre-drop you can get stuck at the pre-drop, thanks to like the ball and stuff, and that's not fun. Now for the drop, which the drop is so fun in this level. The 32% wave is probably in the top 3 hardest parts of the level for me. It never got super consistent like the other waves did. It never got as consistent as everything else. But it's still a really fun part. My only issue with it is that there's a couple invisible hitboxes in it. It doesn't matter that much because you would die anyway going down. You would just hit the invisible hitbox before you hit the structure. It's not that big of a deal, but it's there. I don't really like that. The 34% blue orb kind of sucks when you're at the robot and you have to jump and hit that blue orb to go in the wave. It's a really awkward click and a really awkward transition into the wave, especially for a wave that hard. It gets consistent, but it's not really a good click. I personally really didn't like it. The UFO transition at 53, when you have that mini ship and go into it, it's different every time. It's not that big of a deal. It's a little annoying because when you go down, you'll click the UFO at like it'll never be the same, you know. And it can really screw you over. It does get consistent because, you know, once you practice that transition enough, you know roughly where to click. You can usually just tell immediately. But it can be pretty annoying when you're getting into it at first. And then you have the duel, which the duel was super fun for the most part. The 69 wave, that entire part is by far like the hardest wave in the level. It's pretty consistent, but it is really hard. But the moving objects at 69 are also really annoying. I don't like how they can move in and kill you. It's not as severe as like the Reverence moving objects, but hey, it's there. And then you have like the transition out of the duel into the ball at 78. It kind of sucks. 2 things you can do. 1, you can just miss the portal as the mini wave and just die. You can hit the saw as the mini wave, obviously, but you can also just go in between the saw and the portal somehow, and it can kill you. It's really annoying. And then also, if you go into the portal, you can still die as the ball by hitting the saw. The saw, it's kind of a poorly made transition. I don't know how to fix it, but it'd be nice if it was fixed at some point. Because it's annoying dying there. I think I died there twice from 0. I don't remember on the top of my head. And then the ending is really, really chokeable. I wouldn't say any of the clicks are choke pointy other than the 90% jump, where they jump over that really big gap. Other than that, most of it's fine. It is very chokeable though. It's very hard of nerves. So that's mostly my thoughts on that level, but just some better playtesting in parts that fix bad transitions or inconsistent transitions or invisible hitboxes and stuff. So it becomes a 10 out of 10 easily. And I didn't have the best luck on this. I had 38 depths past 44, with 44% plus, which was a lot more than I should have had to the second half because it's really consistent. I even did 9 to 100 on accident, which was a terrible run to do because that's like most of the difficulty of the level, like 95%, which was really annoying, and I almost did it twice. I also died at 98, which was a heartbreaking fail, although 98 is hard. I wasn't too mad about it. And then, when actually beating it, I was extremely nervous. I was getting lightheaded when I beat it. Probably the most nervous I've ever been beating a level. Even more nervous than fluking Moment from like 37, fluking Lit Fuse from like, what is it, 17 or something? Fluking Napalm, like it's most nervous I've ever been beating a level has easily been this. And then yeah, that's pretty much everything. I guess as for difficulty, definitely a second hardest. It's harder than Blood Justice easily. It's nowhere near as hard as Ethereal Artifice though. I think my attempts show that. I only took a little over 8k on this, which was pretty low for a second hardest. So yeah. And then as for like future stuff, this should be my last extreme upload of the year. It might not be. I'll go and say, as of recording this outro, I'm going to be starting Manic Machine relatively soon as a new hardest memory level. Should be like an 11th hardest, maybe low top 10. I don't know that will come out before this or after, but who knows, that'll be something. I already beat Sakupen Hell as the time of recording this, and it's already uploaded. It's been up for almost a week, I think. So yeah, hopefully next year, because I outperformed this year. I didn't think I'd ever get this far. So hopefully next year stays really good too. So yeah, that's about it. If you want to see the next Demon of Christmas, the next person is Wooly. Their channel is in the description, and they'll be uploading tomorrow. So yeah, that's about it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch. Links in the description, y'all. Adios.